So the election happened to be the same week that there's an Aries full moon, and Aries is a very fiery energy. It's very like, it can bring up anger and frustration. And you remember, I think I said 2 weeks ago, maybe it was, it must have been last time or the one before that, but I said Mars went into retrograde. And remember I said, there might be protests, things like that. Well, Mars retrograde in Aries is very the same thing. So it brings up anger, frustration, but it also brings up like this passionate warrior energy. So with Mars retrograding in Aries, which is its home planet, okay, and Mars is the planet of war, with that being in Aries, and Aries being that like ruling sign of that planet, and then the full moon falling on Aries sign connected with this is like intense as hell. So anybody that has not done the inner work right now, or like do not know how to sit with their emotions and like project those people, it's now it's going to bring it up extra intense. So that, like, to me, seeing the debate on like the same week is like interesting, especially because it was such a fiery, emotionally heated debate that connects with Aries energy. So I thought that was super interesting to see. And then obviously people that are watching it are getting emotionally triggered as well. So now it's just like the whole collective feeling this energy. So that's super connected with this full moon. And then also we have Chiron, which is considered the wounded healer. I think it's a star. It's not a planet, but I think it's a star. And it's considered the wounded healer, which means it brings up our deep-seated traumas and like anything we haven't worked through. So like all these, it's like almost like old wounds opening up. Does that make sense for you, Jess? So you like, yeah. So that's connecting with this full moon. So like anything we haven't worked through, it's like bringing up. Like I know a few people that like, for example, like there's a few people that are like crying and like getting really upset and angry at certain things because it's like coming up at this time. Is that happening to you? Okay.
Yeah, I had a huge breakdown last week or so, and then I had a feeling in all of the groups, the energy groups and everything, they've been talking about childhood traumas, and right away I thought some stuff with my dad was going to come up, and he had messaged me today. So yeah,
okay. Cool. Yeah.
I mean, nothing's like too bad, but I still think it's just stuff I need to keep working on. And
yeah, it's just
healing. Yeah,
that's so interesting too, because Brittany, my cousin Brittany, who's on in our group, her sister reached out to her today too, and she's still working through. Yeah, so a similar thing. So family, anything we haven't healed yet around family. It's just interesting how I've been doing this internal work for so long and have already healed all those aspects of myself, and now I'm just kind of guiding everyone else through it. But like watching how I see people moving into the next level of themselves, and like it's like amazing to watch. So it's like right now it's for a release, so just allow that energy to just flow out the way it needs to. And by doing that and allowing yourself to just be as open as possible and not judging it or trying to change it, then you'll just create more space for new energy. So yeah, I mean, just keep the eyes on that. Like, this is coming up for me. Like, obviously I think you're doing pretty well with that at this point, having that mindset, so. Oh, by the way, you made tea, right? So did I. So when you posted that, I decided to make the autumn tea that's at Simply Urban.
So this one is the Simply Moontime from Simply Urban. And then I got this other one from Kim, but it contains black tea. So I didn't want to do it tonight, but I have water sitting out for the full moon tonight, and I'm going to make this tea with it.
Yes, do it in the morning for sure.
And then the set she got me, it came with these sheets of paper, and they're like, I don't know. They remind me of a journal Kim and I each got when we were in Iraq, and it had this type of paper.
Okay.
So it's really cool when I got it, and it has different rituals, and right on this it says, write a list of that of which does not serve you and bury the list in the earth. So,
Perfect, because that's the ritual we're doing tonight.
of
Yeah.
course it is.
Oh my God, I love that. Yeah, like I said, the ingredients for that is perfect for this full moon, because it connects with, with all those harvesting things that were like apples was in it. I forgot what else was in it. I was like, oh, perfect. Yeah, so I did when you posted that, I was like, I'm gonna actually get my autumn tea too. So I mean, it's not full moon tea, but it's good enough. So Bruiser, part of like the energy too, different herbs connect with different signs, different times of the year, which is like really cool. So it's very healing for your body when you use them. So yeah, like do you ever drink tea at all or anything? Or like spice your foods?
Normally not, but I'm gonna be starting to drink tea here real soon.
Okay. Yeah, so I could share some herbs to like, so like for example, mine has peppercorn, star anise, cinnamon. Cinnamon is a really big for this time of year. So like when you use those herbs, it gives you a better chance to ground yourself too. It's really interesting how it works. Yeah, good stuff. So I can share some stuff with you on that too. Okay, so let's talk about Aries a little bit. So I'm gonna mute you guys, or Bruiser, you can mute yourself if you want. So like I said, it's ruled by fire and the planet Mars. So it brings us passion, courage, and motivation. So Aries is the first sign of the zodiac and is home to the first house of the self, okay? So it's going to direct our attention to ourselves and remind us that we have a purpose in this lifetime, okay? So it's literally basically showing a light in our face, whether we're in our purpose or not, and basically having us reflecting over, focusing on, like, for example, if you don't know what your purpose is, like trying to figure it out, almost like wanting clarity around what our purpose is. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's what's showing up really strong. So that's part of this energy. And Aries teaches us that finding our purpose is only half the battle. So once found, though, our path can be full of obstacles and adversities. So this is the other part of it. Because what ends up happening is when you're living in your purpose, it's like the life that you were living where you attached your energies to things outside of you almost needs to be detached. So to get to that place of wholeness and being in your purpose, you have to detach yourself from your conditioned beliefs and like anything else that you were giving your energy away to rather than focusing within your purpose. Does that make sense? So those are the obstacles that will show up for you. So Aries brings us the warrior spirit to overcome difficulties and use them as stepping stones to the next level. So basically it's inspiring us to keep climbing our mountain even when we lose motivation or forget why we are climbing in the first place. So it represents our internal fire. Okay. So like if there's something, for example, that you've been feeling like you need to do, like maybe it's overcoming certain fears and like needing the courage to do it, you'll feel more motivated to take that action around it. Okay. So this full moon will show us both sides of Aries, including its high and low vibrations. Okay, so Aries' shadow side is one of anger, frustration, and unnecessary adversity. Okay, is there any anger and frustration that comes up around it? Just be aware of it and try to shift the energy into more like motivation and having a different outlet for it. So like if that anger comes up, don't give the attention to that thing that's giving you that anger and feeling the fire more. Shift your attention to maybe, I know like movement, working out works for me. like for me, walking, like I like to be outside, like in nature. So like shifting that outlet for yourself, so you're not fueling that fire. So when these things that these emotions that come up and they don't have an outlet, the energy spins inward, creating stagnation. So stagnant energy shows up as tension, both physically and mentally. So when Aries low vibrations take over, we quickly react, and we often start unneeded quarrels with ourselves and others. Okay, so we just like, when that we feel that emotion coming up, we project it onto that other, that, you know, at ourselves or to onto someone else. Okay. So this reaction disturbs our sense of peace and makes it difficult for us to follow our inner compass, because now we're in our emotions. And for this full moon Aries energy, exercise is the first place to start, because it's a very physical sign. It's more that masculine energy. Do you have something to say around that? You kind of you.
I was at my doctor's office today, and she said the number one thing she wants me to do is make sure I'm exercising at least 5 days a week.
Oh wow! Was it for stress or for anything, or for something else?
So it started as preconception, but sorry for the background noise. I was talking to her about how I'm just feeling exhausted all the time, and like I feel like my thyroid's not working again at all, and my meds aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And
yep, exercise. It's so interesting. So I was feeling exhausted too for a while before I started exercising. I probably didn't exercise for about a year. And I was feeling that too. I was just tired. Oh my God, but I just feel like it was also a phase. Like sometimes we have to let our bodies do that. But then for me, I was like, okay, I'm ready to exercise. And I knew that was what I needed, was intentional movement that was going to get my body. Like I need to be like cardio, like dripping sweat, like that kind of thing. And then when I do that, it almost like levels me up. I don't know how to explain it. So like energetically. So I'm happy she said that, because that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, I'm struggling with the balance of like my body has been under pretty much constant stress for such a long time. And when you look at what is said with adrenal stress and thyroid stress, it's not hard workout. So I'm trying to find the balance of,
Yeah, maybe what about like lifting, or like what?
sorry, Nicholas is giggling like crazy in the background.
Oh, you're making a face. I wasn't sure why. But I was thinking like, you know, maybe like for me, what works is like that strength training. So whether it's like lifting or doing push-ups or like anything like that, rather than cardio where it's too much on your body. So, I mean, that's I feel like would be a good.
Yeah, I had found a gym I liked, and then we last minute decided we were selling our house, so that just got put on the back burner. So
No, but that's good. This is going to be a great transition for you guys. So
yeah,
you'll figure it out, I think. But yep, now you know this is connected with that too. Okay, so often energy feels stuck and frustration arises when we are not aligned with our soul's path. So the Aries low side shows up when we don't listen to our soul's calling and don't prioritize our passions. So this frustration can start as a slow simmer turned up day after day as we ignore our intuitions and dreams until it's a loud boil. So when we reach this point, it can be difficult to refocus our energy. So we need to take time and space for ourselves to sit with our energy, to listen to our truth. So we have to slow down. Like now is a really good time to just slow down, sit with ourselves. Meditation's great, right? So this gives us that opportunity to really focus and stop giving our attention to everything else. We're giving our attention to here. So, so anger can also be a clue that boundaries are not being respected. So you need to set some new ones if that's happening. If you feel frustrated during or around this full moon, ask yourself how establishing boundaries may help you cool off. Boundaries may serve to protect our energy, and when they are not established, we attempt to defend ourselves with aggression. So setting up healthy boundaries around our time, personal space, emotions, and energy can help us feel less irritated with ourselves and others. So boundaries can first feel harsh, but serve to keep the peace. So notice if the excess energy of this full moon is showing up as anger, okay? So that's the low side of Aries. The high side is going to bring us passion and motivation. And if we lose our if we lose our way or confidence, it will bring us the low frequency, causing us and everyone around us to suffer. So align with the high side of Aries to give you the fire to move your energy and recenter yourself. Okay. So motivation, like what is my motivation? My motivation is to get myself into alignment with my best self, whatever that looks like, but that's going to be my priority right now. And find that balance. So Libra, we're also in Libra season. So that's where the sun sign is with this Aries full moon. And Libra is all about balance, harmony, and that harmony has to first start within us. So if that harmony is not aligned within us, we won't be able to find harmony outside of ourselves with the relationships in our lives, and anything else that we may have going on that we have a relationship with, whether it's food, whether it's money, our career, anything like that. First, we have to come in here and find that harmony and balance. And Libra is going to help us with that. And also it's going to help balance our relationships as well. The one with ourselves and then the ones outside of us. And then Libra and Aries both carry this warrior spirit. So Aries has this more aggressive, typical warrior, ready to fight, to rise to the next level. That's like that Aries. And that's why I was saying during the debate, it was very heated emotions because they're, we're in like this warrior, like, especially men have an easier, like through something like that. Debate is for arguing technically. So now you're raising that energy up and then just amplifying it even more, being into that aggressive warrior energy. So they're just connecting with what's, connecting with the collective right now. But Libra is more of a peaceful warrior who only battles when balance has been disturbed. So Aries gives us the energy to conquer some of our toughest demons, while Libra helps us right the wrongs done to us or we've done to others. Okay. So think about Aries being fire, right? So it fights with fire and force. Libra uses air comprised of words and balanced communication. So those are the elements we're connecting with right now too. Okay. So what's interesting about Libra as well, is Libra is about justice. So we may feel like we want to receive justice and get to what's just. Hold on. There was a good part on here about justice that I wanted to speak to. Let me see if I can find it. I don't see it. But I marked this spot, so I wanted to read it. So it says, look at what or who you are battling outside of yourself. What in your life feels like a struggle, and what is not aligning with your soul's purpose? When we find ourselves doing something that is not our passion, it drains us. Okay, so similar to an unhealthy relationship, it makes us feel tired, weak, and irritated. So now is that time to cut off, especially right now. We're releasing what's no longer serving us. So whether that's a relationship, whether that's living, maybe just that's like part of why you're letting go of this house, right? So it doesn't align with who you are. So that's perfect. Selling your house, like right now, it's giving us the motivation to do all those things. Like my parents are selling their house right now too. They've put it up this year. I mean, they just went into contract, but yeah, they were done. So if we haven't done it yet this year, like whatever is still left, we're gonna have the motivation to do it. So yeah. soul's purpose, getting into our highest alignment, and finding our balance. Okay, that's literally what this energy is right now. And then, like I said, Mars retrograde is also connecting with this, and that's a big portion of this. So basically when an energy, okay, so when an energy is retrograde, it turns the energy inwards. So it's turning the Mars energy inwards. So it's interesting because full moons are for releasing. So we have that Aries, and then we also have Mars retrograde in Aries, turning it inward. So it's making it extra potent with that energy. But it gives us opportunities of growth because of it. So there's a lot of internal energy and fire right now. So we can use that for change or destruction or both. So it's easy to feel angered right now and restless. There's plenty to complain, argue, or be in a bad mood about. But if we sit with our feelings to learn from them, we may have a clue to turning this energy around. So it's either you're going to just like keep going and staying in that low vibration, or you're going to stop yourself for a moment and sit with it and then shift it and create that change. And that's up to us. Okay, so that's where, so we go to war with ourselves, and that dynamic plays out in everything we do, including our partnerships. And like I said, Libra is focusing on relationships right now. So if we're at war with ourselves right now, it's going to show up in our partnerships. So it's up to us to be like, why am I doing this right now? Why am I treating, my partner this way, or, friend this way, whatever it is. I know it's like, we're probably not doing that, but recognize that the people in our lives are at war with themselves. Okay. If they haven't done the work. And I'm going to say something like really interesting right now. I am so proud of how far Thomas and I have come, because normally this would have been a very aggressive time for us in our partnership, because I have seen him at work himself, but he's done so much work for himself. And I'm like, it's been so peaceful here, and he's connecting with the higher vibrations of Libra, and so am I. And it's more of like a passionate energy between us. And I'm like, this is like the first time that it's like been balanced. So it does show up in our personal relationships at times. So be aware of that and don't take it personally, or, victimize yourself as well when it shows up. Be more understanding and compassionate as to the war they have going on within themselves as well, and setting boundaries around it. Okay. All right. So we're going to do some house scopes. So I'm going to need you to pull up your chart. And what you need to know is the house that Aries falls in. And I forgot mine already. Oh, no, I know mine.
What am I looking for? Sorry.
I don't have one.
You don't have it? Okay.
No,
So that just means that there's no specific area that may be lighting up right now for you. Okay.
Now if we were doing moon scopes, that'd be a different story.
Why? What's your moon sign?
Aries.
It is.
You know what?
Oh, and of course my 2 Aries moons are up tonight. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Now the interesting thing. I mean, you saw me last time.
Yeah.
I'm Virgo's sun.
Okay. Oh my God! Stop. I forgot. That's hers too.
Okay, what's your rising sign, Jess?
Libra.
Okay, I'm Aquarius. So.
Yeah, but you're both air signs. That's hilarious. Oh my God, I can't. Okay, so Jess, this is like really affecting you because you have Libra and Aries right now, and you're 2 top. But also, I love how that you like nobody else showed up, but just the Aries moon, which I think is super powerful for sure. Oh my.
Aries is in my 7th house as well.
Okay, 7th house. All right, perfect. So the 7th house is your house of relationships. So focus on identifying how the lower vibration of Aries may be affecting your relationships, Feel the energy of this moon helping you shift into forming partnerships that honor and support your life's purpose while supporting the other person's as well. Oh my God, I had to do so much of that last year. That was a hard one for me. And like here, because Thomas's purpose is working these dogs, and I didn't know anything about the dogs. And for me, like I had like, especially my father-in-law was like putting like things in my head that these dogs are dangerous, blah blah blah, and all these things, and then I was rejecting it, and I was basically, it caused a lot of turmoil. But then I learned to respect, and support his, and it's been so peaceful here. Our dogs are amazing. I learned so much about it. I feel protected with him, so it totally shifted the energy for sure.
What kind of
But
dogs are these?
well, I have American bulldogs. They're working dogs. They're very sweet, but they like to work. So what that means is they like to hunt. So they're bred for boar hunting. So my husband will take them pig hunting. And when Thomas, actually, I wanted to share another story too. But Thomas, he lived in Hawaii and he would hunt boar, but like not with dogs. So he's always had like, a passion for it in some way. And dogs too as well. He loves animals, and he thought he was going to work with horses, but he found this like purpose with dogs. So, but they also like to do like bite work and stuff, and I really didn't understand it because I've never been around it before, never. So like I didn't understand what that meant. So I'm like thinking they're going to bite people, like whatever. But it's not like that at all. It's almost like they work and they shut it off when they're not working, and it's like they don't get hyped up unless they're like in their workspace. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's really interesting, but I feel like if an intruder came in with a certain energy, they would hype that out because they would know, to do that. So it's really interesting, but yeah, so that's his thing. And mine is this. So it's like I do like the energy healing and more of like the feminine energy, and his is like very masculine. So it's like we got that balance going on there. But what I'm trying to say is once I started respecting his space for it and what he needed to do to live in his purpose and setting boundaries for both of us and respecting and honoring that, it made a huge shift in our relationship, like big time. So even if that's like him going hunting for a night or needing to go away for training and like things like that, honoring that for him. So that's a good one, Jess. I like that one. 7th house. Okay, so mine is actually the house of service. So expect issues around how you incorporate giving to others into your life mission. So focus on finding ways to serve others while remaining true to your sense of self. Create ways of being of service, which are both fulfilling and coincide with your true self. So I don't really know like how that I haven't noticed any issues per se. I don't know. So whatever, I'm just keeping awareness of it for sure. Okay. Perfect. Any questions? I will give both of you, because I don't know if we did this last time, your moon scope for a Libra season though. So as a fire moon, you are full of energy and passion. When out of balance, you tend to feel restless, agitated, and frustrated. These feelings can not only disturb you, but the people around you. To restore balance in your emotions, find ways to move your body, of course, freeing your energy. Direct your focus towards something you want to accomplish, even if it feels challenging. For you, the more challenging, the better. On the new moon, envision a version of yourself capable of directing your full power towards manifesting your dreams. Yes, girl, do it. I think this new house will help you for sure, whichever one. Did you find a house yet?
No, we are not even looking for a house. We have no idea what Kev's job is going to be. We don't know anything about our next step. We just know we don't want to be in this house. So
you're just taking that action and then letting the cards fall. That's perfect. I love that, because that's literally you're trusting in the unknown rather than.
I've done pretty good for the most part. Even things like I wanted the house on the market this week, and little by little it wasn't happening, and then I found out my realtor was out of town for the weekend anyway, so it couldn't happen either way. And I was like, all right, sweet.
Right, perfect. So it just aligned the way it needed to, and you released control around it.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do the meditation now.
All right. Can I just have 2 minutes, please?
Of course.
You know where I'm going.
Oh, to the bathroom. Go for it. Okay, so we'll do a meditation. Oh, I gotta share screen the audio. And then we'll do a small ritual, and it'll just be journaling for, basically you can use that paper if you want. Because it's gonna be center. And then I'm gonna do a mantra around it. And then it says you could shred the paper or bury it or burn it. Like those are the options. So you could just put it in the earth. I love that, like putting it right in the ground.
It's funny that yours is the same as what's on the tea, and
Yeah.
I actually remember to get the tea out today, and yeah.
How cool is when it's in alignment, it's so synchronistic. It's like, oh, I love that stuff. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and this one says you could put in salt water too if you want, and let it sit overnight. Good stuff. I'm very excited about. I'm so curious how October is going to be because it's very intense. And of course, we have debates all of October. So I'm like, here we go. This is the time we've been waiting for. And I'm like, am I ready? Am I stocked up in my house if I need to be? Like, I don't know. You know, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
Well, in the last few conversations I've had with Kev, he should be home in the month of October.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow.
So
Yeah, this is a big month.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, totally. We're on October 1st, full moon starting, kicking it off. Good stuff. All right, let me start the music, and let me know if it's too loud or not loud enough. I want you to be able to hear my voice too.
You can go down a little bit on the music.
Down, okay.
Yeah.
Is that good or louder?
Maybe down a little more.
Okay. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right, Jess is ready. She disappeared. I was like, where'd you go? It's dark in there. Oh, I wanted to light my candle too. And I wanted to smudge. So let me, before I start, you guys can lay down, and I'm just gonna smudge the space. And I'm using my smudge stick that I made, and it has roses in it, which is the flower of Libra. So I'm super excited about it. And it smells like cedar and lemongrass. And there's some lavender in here. It smells so good. I think I found my new purpose, making smudge sticks. They smell so good. I did a really good job. To light my candles to connect with the energy of fire. And I also am using lepidolite tonight, which connects with Libra. And then I have my carnelian and tiger's eye to connect with Aries. Oh my God, yes, perfect. And they look the same. That's awesome. Perfect. All right, awesome. Good stuff.
Can you turn the music down?
All right.
Please?
relax and close your eyes. Relax your body. Take a deep breath through your nose. And exhale deeply. Relax your jaw and continue the deep breathing in and out through your nose. Relax your mind and just let go. Now let your mind become aware of your feet. Visualize a red light flowing up from the bottom of your feet and swirling around the top of your feet. And let your feet just fall where they naturally want to. Now visualize that red light swirling around your calves and your shins. Let those muscles relax. Now visualize that red light swirling around your knees into the back of your kneecaps. Now visualize that red light flowing over your thighs and oozing into the back of your thighs. Now visualize that red light going into your groin and your buttocks. And let those muscles relax and sink beneath you. Visualize that red light swirling around your hips and turning into an orange light. Now visualize your hip joints being encased in a warm orange light. See your kidneys, your reproductive system, your spleen being filled with an orange light. See that orange light swirling around your lower torso and moving into your belly button. Let your mind become aware of your abdominal area. Visualize a ball of yellow light filling your abdominal area. Take a deep breath into that ball of yellow light and see it expand. Now visualize that yellow light swirling around your waist. And moving into your chest. And with each breath you take, visualize your lungs being filled with a green light. See your heart being filled with a green light. And see that green light expand. let your mind become aware of your hands. Visualize a white light fill each finger and fill the palm of each hand. Visualize that white light swirling around your wrists, swirling around your forearms, swirling around your elbows, swirling around your upper arms and your shoulders. And allow your shoulder blades to relax and sink down with ease. Now let your mind become aware of your back. Starting at your tailbone. Visualize a white light filling each vertebrae until you get to the base of your neck. Now let your mind become aware of your neck and your throat. Open your lips slightly and then close them. Allow your tongue to drop into a relaxed position. Follow gently and visualize a blue light filling your throat. And swirling around your neck. Now let your mind become aware of your head and your face. Let your ears relax. Let your eyes relax. Allow that little space between your eyebrows to relax. And visualize an indigo light in that space between your eyebrows. Take a deep breath into that space and see that indigo light expand. Now let your mind become aware of the top of your head. Visualize a purple light over the top of your head. And see that purple light flowing down your entire body until your entire body is filled with light. Your nerves filled with light. Your muscles, your bones, your bloodstream. See your cells regenerating into the light. And just let go. And now that you're completely relaxed, I invite you to join me on a journey. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a trail. You're at the edge of a hiking trail into the mountains. You see yourself with a walking stick. You're ready to go. Wearing shoes you may need, or maybe even barefoot. You may have a backpack or bag at your side. You're ready to start the journey. You take one foot, one step on the path. And you start to walk. You're at a moderate pace. feeling as if you're ready to take on this destination. But curious about what the path lies ahead. You see trees around you and rocks. There may be moss or lichen. There may be mushrooms and wildflowers. The air is crisp and cool, but the sun is shining brightly down onto you as the path creates a space between the sky and the trees. You look up at the sky and you notice a bright blue with no clouds to be seen. You may see birds flying up high above you. You continue to walk the path with your walking stick, being very intentional about your steps into the earth, grounding you as this mountain supports you, keeping you safe and secure on this journey ahead. And as you're slowly inclining up the mountain, you'll hear a stream to your side. You walk over to the stream. You see the most clear blue color from the sky above, reflecting it onto the water. You may be able to see straight into the water, maybe fish or other wildlife in the stream. Take a moment to admire this beautiful clear water. You place your hands into the clear water. It feels cool to the touch, but refreshing. And after a moment, you continue your walk. You may feel drawn to collect a few things, and as you're walking, it could be mushrooms or plants or rocks. Whatever you're drawn to, calling you out for you to connect with. And as you are still inclining, you reach what seems to be the top. The mountain was not as high as you would have thought. But as you reach the top, you notice up ahead, there's a huge, beautiful lake with mountains along the skyline and the horizon. The lake is blue and pristine, majestic as you have ever seen. There's a path leading downward. You start to take that path, leading onto another path straight to the lake. You notice the nature around you, maybe birds flying, bees buzzing, maybe even butterflies. You may be ultra aware of the spirit realm, such as fairies or other elementals. As you start to walk now on that new path, guiding you towards the lake, you were just amazed at the view of this lake with the strong mountains that almost look like a picture or an illusion. You are grateful for this beautiful display before your eyes. And as you reach closer to the lake, you notice rocks on either side. Big, beautiful rocks. And you choose to go to one side and start to climb up the rocks. You take a seat, look at the lake that is before you, and you take a deep breath in as you settle yourself onto this rock. As you're sitting down, you put your arms up to the sun. And as you do this, the sun's light shines brightly through your arms and reaching your energy center, your gut. You're feeling the radiance of the sun shining down on you. You feel each fingertip light up with the energy of the sun. And you start to slowly lower your hands to your solar plexus, right below your rib cage with your fingers, letting your fingertips cover the space between your ribs. And you take a deep inhale into this area, seeing it fill with a yellow golden light. And you take 5 deep breaths like this, seeing an expanding ball of light at the base of your rib cage. Notice any tightness here and allow it to relax. Also notice any feelings or visions that arise while breathing into this area. What is this area holding? Does it feel balanced? Does it feel free or restricted? What is it telling you about your willpower? You release your hands down to your sides, but stay focused on the ball of yellow light at your solar plexus. You begin to see it slowly rotating clockwise. Continue to see the ball of light spinning for the next 5 breaths. When chakras are balanced and free of restriction, they spin evenly and smoothly. As you see your chakra turning, also visualize it radiating outward into the world. See it as your own personal sun, shining your brilliance Feel the sun above you reflected in your solar plexus, and feel your power to create the life of your soul's purpose. Allow yourself to feel this area leading you and empowering you. After a moment, lay your eyes on the lake once again. Feeling empowered and energized. You thank the sun for connecting with you, reminding yourself it is a reflection of your power, your energy center. You gaze out at the mountains, connecting with its groundedness and strength, knowing that this as well is a reflection of you. You notice the lake and stillness, peaceful stillness of the water. Knowing its depth and stillness is a reflection of your internal peace. And while you're sitting there on that rock, you take out your journal and you write something down. A note or a message for yourself. Something that helps you feel empowered. A word that will keep you motivated and in your power. Or maybe a sentence or a symbol. Whatever you feel guided to write. You close your journal and put it in your bag, and you start to get up. Step down off that rock. You take one last look at that lake and stand in front of it. So bow your head. Feeling grateful for this beautiful moment. And what you will take with you onto your journey, your daily life. And you start to walk the path back. Path back leading back through that trail. You may notice your guides coming through, or your angels, or maybe your spirit animal, walking with you back on this path. Maybe a loved one. You greet them and enjoy a nice walk together on that mountain through the trees. walk through that path, you start to reach that stream again, getting closer back to the start. And with each step you take, start to bring yourself back to the conscious and around you. Coming back to here and now. Wriggling your toes and your fingers. Stretching if you need to. Allowing yourself to relax, but awake and alert, and only opening your eyes when you are ready. Oh, I loved that meditation. That was awesome. Okay, so I'm going to turn my music off and we'll talk a little bit about the meditation before we do the ritual. But I need to say something before. Uh-oh, what just happened? Hold on. There we go. My computer screen just went black for no reason. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So my dogs in the neighborhood are all going crazy right now. And I think that's so weird for a full moon, like all of them. My dog doesn't usually bark. Like you've noticed, like most of the time they're very quiet. And this one, he started barking when like the neighbor's dog were like, and it's not just one dog, it's like all of them. It's really weird. So I was just letting that be. Like I've mastered myself where I can meditate while anything's going on. But I thought that was interesting, especially because this is like very like fiery, moving energy. Like I could see that being connected with it for sure. Okay, so that was a really awesome meditation. I was in like Idaho or something. I don't even know where I was, or like maybe Montana, like that kind of area. It was just really pretty. And I've never been there before, but like I've seen pictures and I've seen people go there. But I was like really connecting and I was like with that area. I thought that was really cool. And then it was just a very detailed meditation for me. There was like all different colored wildflowers when I was walking through the path. I had on like Native American moccasins, like the boot ones too, like just like those booties. And then I had on a satchel. My hair was down and I was just like ready to go. And I was just collecting things as I was walking on the path. Nothing specific that I can remember. But when I got to the lake, and there was definitely like I saw butterflies. There were certain things that I was connecting with, and they were actually yellow butterflies too, which I thought was interesting. And I saw a yellow butterfly today actually that like was flying around me. But when I was sitting and I pulled out my journal, I saw myself write a heart, and I don't remember what words came to me. I think like strength was one of them. And I don't think it was anything else. I don't really remember. But I did press a yellow flower in my journal, which I thought was interesting because I've never done that before. But I literally had a yellow flower with me and I put it right in that page. And I closed the book and I was like, that was really cool. And then and it was like a leather bound journal, and I just put it back in my satchel. And so when so this was like the cool part that like I wasn't expecting at all. I was walking back, and when I said call in your guides or your angels, spirit animals. So the first thing that came to me, I thought was a fox, and I guess it could have been a fox, but then it like turned into my dog Sequoia, who also has the same color as a fox. So she's got like that brown color, and she was just like confidently walking. And I've always said that if you know, like I'm sure like you've heard like the saying where people's owners match their dogs or whatever, like they match each other. Well, like Sequoia is like definitely like emanates my energy more than any of our dogs. She's very confident. She is like friendly, but she's like not too friendly. She's very mature. Like she is like the most mature dog we have. She like like if I walk back to her, she'll just be like chilling and like just like say hi, but she doesn't like get all crazy where my other dogs usually do. I don't know. She was like walking on this path, like trotting with me. She didn't have like a leash or anything. She was just walking with me confidently on the path. And then all of a sudden it was like my guide started coming in and I saw like two angels flying at my side. They were like flying, they were like with me. And it was my grandma, my mother-in-law, and then this is like the craziest part, and I'm getting chills already. So when I first started this journey, and I've mentioned it before on here, I started with this spiritual advisor, and her name was Sophia. Of course, my dogs start barking now. Like this is intentional, maybe spirits here, whatever. So anyway, she started talking to me, and she was like, it was so weird. She was like she was like the funniest lady like ever. Like I thought of her like a second mom. Like she was just really awesome, and she was so funny. And so her like personality was coming through, and she was like telling me how beautiful like JD is, and like she always when she like met Jade, she was like, I'm calling her JD, like, and she was like, and Preston, oh my god. I was just like, I'm like wanting to cry, but I'm like laughing at myself over here. And she's just like, they're just so beautiful. And like I see her saying it, and then and she was like, she always told me to model them, but she's like, oh, if only you could model those two. But she's like, but I understand why you're not. And she's like, it's just these people are no good people. Like it was just like, like the mainstream world, I think is like what she meant, like with everything going on with the like, not being able to trust that industry necessarily. So I don't know. That was a really cool connection because I have not connected with her in a while. That was really cool. So she was basically saying that, she's meant to guide me through this, and she's so proud of how far I've come and like what I've created. Yeah, that was good stuff. And it's interesting because when Jade was a baby, she told me that around 4 or 5, Jade was gonna start reading people, and she's so connected that she will be a reader. And she's like, have her come. She's like, when she's 4 or 5, I want her coming with me to my shop, and she's gonna help me read people. And she ended up this like crazy story, like disappeared. I think she died. I think she got sick. I have no idea, but I connect with her in spirit, so I think she passed over, I'm pretty sure. But Jade's 5 now, and she just started doing meditations with the group, and like she's just started helping me with Reiki. So I just find it so weird and just like so intentional, and like she was on it. Like that was so interesting. So that was cool. Oh, I loved that so much. Did anybody else have a good meditation?
Mine was all right, but I did have to put Nicholas to sleep during it, so that
Oh
was
no.
a bit distracting, but I actually did pretty good.
Okay.
Most of mine was at Glacier National Park, which is very common at
Okay.
meditations.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Where is that?
Montana.
Okay, so that's weird because I said that, but can I tell you something else really weird? So we did a meditation last night at the shop, or Tuesday, and Rachel was at Glacier National Park. Sandy's daughter. That's so weird. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Love it there. And then my spirit animal, which was my moose, which was a mama moose, was there.
Oh.
There was some Native American energy in there somewhere, but I don't really know what that was.
Okay. Cool.
for some reason, when I journaled, which also kind of goes back to the childhood stuff, it was the first thing I said was that my mom is valued and cherished, which is interesting.
Wow.
I didn't have anything really to write about myself, but that was what came up.
Interesting. Huh. Did you write that? You wrote it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool though. That's definitely for healing purposes. Okay, cool. Anything else?
No, that's all I really.
Okay, so was the moose there first, like during the first part, or did it come like after?
So it was there before you had brought up the spirit animal part.
Okay.
And then, so a while ago, there was one involving water. So like water and flowing came up for me. And this time when we were at the stream, I was drinking it, and it was like my body was craving.
Oh, wow.
The water keeps coming back, and the moose keeps coming back.
Oh, that's so interesting. And I feel like, I don't know, that's really cool because I think like we are as a like collective right now are seeking clean water. Like that is like one of the things that all of us need and like will lift us into like really cleanse us. You know what I mean? Like actually cleanse the body.
Well, and I keep thinking, so before the last meditation, I was up north with my family, and there is a spring that I got water from as a kid. And I was asking questions about it, like, who owns it? Do they get it tested? Because I wanted some, but without knowing any of that, I wasn't going to just go drink it. But it was definitely popping up for me. Yeah. And it keeps popping up.
Wow. That's so interesting. Cool. I like that a lot. I wonder what you discover out of that because if it's showing up, you know, so often it's going to show up in your physical world too. And actually, like you just said with the spring, but like, I don't know. Let's see where that like evolves from. That's kind of cool. I like that. Water. I don't know. That's emotions. I mean, water is also emotion, so that could be part of it too. But I don't know. The physical water aspect I think is important. And actually, that's interesting too because Trump, when they asked him about like climate change and stuff, he actually brought up clean water and clean air, which is what I think we want to hear. You know, like not the other stuff. So I thought that was also like very intentional. I was like, yes, perfect. That's exactly what we want. Like those that are educated get that. Like, I don't know. Everyone else is like, oh, the air's dying or like whatever. I don't know, whatever they even think. I just like, I don't know. That was like really cool. I felt like I was like, yes, this is what we need, clean water. So good stuff. Wow, awesome. Yeah, keep that up because you're not, that other girl got it too. I think it was Ellie. Ellie got it too, the flowing water last time. So super intentional. Is Bruiser asleep? Or are you awake over there? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm awake.
How was it for you?
I think I'm still having trouble, like,
Connecting?
yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Do you take CBD?
No, I don't.
I would give a suggestion that before meditation, taking like a dose of CBD or like a dose, as I say, like it comes in a tincture, right? So like get yourself. You don't have any, right? You're saying?
No, I don't.
Okay, so see if you're open to it, I would. It's like an isolate. It's you get CBD isolate, which is like no drugs, nothing. It's not drugs, but I'm saying like THC can be in it, and if you get drug tested, it could show up. So I don't know if that matters for you, but it opens your mind up and it relaxes your mind. So if you're open to doing something like that, I think it would help relax your body. because if your mind is not relaxed, it might get into the space of not feeling comfortable being able to open yourself up and visualize. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think my mind just, because my mind can race a lot, even with the indigo hydrangea that I
It does. I would get, okay, so I would get some CBD if I were you and try it out because I think that'll help you even more. Right, Jess? Does that help you?
Yeah, I typically take, I have a relaxation CBD blend that I typically take before bed every night, but especially on meditation nights. And it really does help.
It helps settle your mind and it'll help your body get into this state of like, it's okay. You can relax. You can give yourself a break and just allow yourself to be in this moment. So most of the time our body feels like it's on survival mode and it feels like your mind feels like it needs to be constantly on alert. So it allows it to relax into that and focus inward. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah, I gotta look at like, yeah, I just gotta look at like my different job policies and just make.
Yeah. I mean, the one I'm speaking of that we have at the shop I work at is just CBD. So what I was saying is some CBD has like the legal amount of THC in it and can show up in a drug test. But the one I have is no THC at all. So it's just CBD. So it doesn't even do anything to a drug test. So that's what I was saying, like that is the one I would get if for some reason your job does any of that stuff. Because we do have a lot of like I work at Simply Urban and we sell that there, and we do have a lot of clients that's like an important factor in it for them. So that's why I always mention it.
Okay.
I'm so used to selling it now and like knowing what's important. That's why I said that. Yeah. So, but I'm telling you, it's good stuff. It's helping a lot of people with their minds. Because it's really hard to learn how to settle your mind with all of this intense energy right now. And I mean, just the way the life has been the past year or maybe even two, just like how it's just a lot. So it helps you with all of that going on, get into that space of relaxation. Because I've been doing this for a long time. The energy was not this intense when I started. Like when I started meditating, it was like we were like our life was that routine. Like nothing there was nothing challenging our mind and our, you know, body to be like on high alert for anything. Like right now it's just kind of on high alert because it's like it's very unknown and it's out of the normal. So this will just help your body and mind get a break from all that.
You know what was really, you know what I also noticed?
What?
I think really broke me was I was breathing so shallow, and I had trouble getting into the deep breathing. Which when I'm doing like meditation on Insight Timer, I can get into deep breathing without an issue. But it was like tonight I was not really able to breathe deep.
Interesting. But like tonight's energy is extra too. So you just might be feeling that too. You know what I mean? It
Well,
just
I think just the events of today also just
okay.
to because yeah I was not I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure what energy I was going to be bringing in here tonight. I was just so annoyed with stuff and just
Okay. So you were feeling that's the energy of the full moon. So that was showing up for you today. That irritation.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I'm glad you still did this because it still gave your body and all of that you went through today to be worked through. You know what I mean? Whether it was like you just gave yourself that space to do that, so that helps you kind of shift that energy. Even if it was difficult, you had that awareness, you know?
Yeah.
Good. So this ritual will be good for you then because we're going to be doing a releasing ritual, like writing down the things we want to let go of. So whether that's annoyance, you know, any of that, we're going to write some some things. I need my pen. Where'd it go? Yeah, that was, I don't know. It's just intense right now, so definitely give yourself a break around it and seek things that help you get into that space easier. You can even like, I mean, there's other herbs you can use too, like passion flower. There's like, you know, stuff that helps with that, but CBD would be my number one recommendation. Okay, so let's do this fun releasing ritual. Okay, so I'm going to start by saying this mantra, and then I'll tell you what you need to journal. Okay, under the light of the October full moon, I ask to be cleansed, I ask to be free, I ask for release from all that plagues me. I ask for a clear mind, I ask for a clear heart, I ask for help wading through the dark. I am now cleansed, I am now renewed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, it doesn't even like save on here. Unless, okay. Well, basically what you're going to do, I guess I didn't print out that paper, but you're going to write down the things that are coming up for you right now that are fully in your awareness that you're ready to release and let go of, so you're able to shift in a higher alignment. Okay, there be like whatever's in your experience now, whether it's emotional, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, a relationship, anything like that. Start to reflect over that and write what it is that you want to release. Mm. I'm gonna go pee, and then when you guys are, I really have to go. I'll be right back. Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, so I want you to hold your journal, your paper in both hands, and I'm gonna say a mantra. Both hands. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't hold the paper at the same time. Okay, here we go. Okay. I release the fears of yesterday and any obstacles that are holding me back. I forgive and let go of the past and know that I no longer need to carry it with me. I wash away my fears and replace them with the wisdom of my higher self. My higher self wisdom now flows through me and leads me at every turn. Nothing is impossible. I can do anything. Awesome. Okay, so what you're going to do is whatever you wrote down, I either want you to shred it, put it in salt water, bury it in the earth, put it on fire. But basically, it's going to be the act and energy of releasing. Okay. So whatever you feel guided to do. If you put it in salt water, then basically just like throw it outside into the earth when you're done. That kind of thing. You don't have to do it right this second, but I would do it either tomorrow morning or tonight when we're done. And we're going to pull a card now. Any questions? Nope. Okay. Bruiser, I'm going to pull yours first. Okay. So I used the herb cards tonight. So you got abundance, which is card number 1, which is wild yam, which I find interesting. It's card 1 because Aries connects with the first house and is the first zodiac sign. So 1 is very, oh, and it's October 1st. There you go. So 1 is a big number right now. Okay, so let's see what that means. So abundance. There's indication of an increase in resources for you. Situation should be turning into a positive outcome or staying that way. And if you are looking for an answer, it is yes. In addition to your family or your circle of friends or even a new facet of life could be coming along shortly. Luck is also on your side at the moment. Make very sure you share any good fortune that comes your way and be careful of overindulgence, obsession, pipe dreaming, and waste. So what does it say? Okay, so this is wild yam, and it says a tuber that is native to Central and North America. Wild yam is a perennial twining vine that does well in full sun and rich soil. It is found growing naturally in bordering woodlands and in sandy thickets and prairies. That's basically it. Okay. It has like a spell on here too if you want to do them. I'm not going to mention that part. Okay, so that's the abundance card. Good stuff. That's a good card. Basically, I think we're all moving into prosperity too. So I think individually it's showing up in our lives more. So trust that it's showing up and keep focusing on that. Keep your focus on that abundant way of being and the prosperity flowing in, because that's the frequency you're looking to connect with. Almost like law of attraction, if you've heard of it, and knowing that you are worthy of it. Okay, so I'm going to pull my card. Courage, which connects with this energy strongly right now. Motherwort, which is card 13. Okay. The confidence and strength you need is within and only has to be awakened. That totally connects with solar plexus. All the energy and endurance you will need will be available, and the tools you require will present themselves as needed. So do not hesitate to undertake what is before you. It may take longer than you hope or expect for outcomes to be resolved at the moment, but longevity is assured with any undertakings or commitments made. Listen to your heart because it is speaking a truth you need to hear. Situations involving children are a focus, and love is also a theme at the moment. That card totally connects to me. That's interesting. Because I've been really focused on homeschooling right now and like really immersed in it. And then my husband and I feel like we are connecting very strongly right now too. Good stuff. Okay. That's a courage spell. I guess I'm going to put motherwort in my dinner. It says you sprinkle it on your food. Okay, I like that card. Okay, Jess. Calm. You got a chamomile. Calm. I feel like you need that, right? Okay, so that's card number 7. Okay. Step back a little and take a rest. If you are wondering about a situation, the answer is to let things go, let them be, or wait a little longer. It's time to seek harmony, tranquility, and peace. Did we not talk about that already? So you're connecting with the Libra energy. You may find that what you are wanting to change or to happen will soon come along with new light, new fire, and power all on its own. What is right and just will also win through. Geez, Libra, like this is like the Libra card. Be careful of being on the wrong side of the law, rules, or conventions, as you may just get burnt. That was really cool. I felt like all these cards connected with what we talked about tonight. That was cool.
What was the spell for that one?
Yeah, you want to hear it? Sorry, I forgot you would actually do this. Okay. An infusion of chamomile will make a very powerful wash to use on pathways, doorways, and windows to repel negative energies. Oh my God, that's so cool. I want to do that. Okay, so a bath with a handful of flowers will, before any magical work you undertake, will increase the effectiveness of spells. Also, sachets carried will increase your luck. Okay, so it says, oh my God, I love this. I really want to do this. I really want to do this. I'm telling you now. Okay, so you gather together 11 drops of lavender essential oil, 1 tablespoon of dried chamomile with a bottle and lid. And place it into a bottle and fill it with water and shake well, saying, around and around, flowers of peace, settle disharmony and balance now seek.
You send me a picture.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, and then it says, but I'm just going to tell you what it says. Shake the bottle and add half a cup to a bucket of water to wash floors and paths when seeking calm and harmony in a place. Oh my God, I'm doing this tomorrow. This is really cool. Okay, it says for carpets and rugs, strain and add to a spray bottle and lightly mist areas. Oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm washing my floors with chamomile tomorrow. So, Bruiser, we use like all natural like cleaning products and stuff. Like that's like our go-to. And I feel like that's definitely a mom's thing for sure, right? Of like young children. I feel like that's definitely our forte. So I really want to do that. All right, guys, any questions? I actually really liked tonight. I think it was fun. It was good energy. What about you? Good? Bruiser, we'll get you, I think you should get yourself, so I'm going to send you the information on CBD oil so you can understand it, because I think it'll support you a lot just in general with calming your mind. So, you know, like Jess was saying, like she uses it before bed to go to sleep. And you can also use it if you're like feeling extra someday, you know, just like calm that energy down.
I have, I don't know if you're on the Facebook group, but I have some amino acid recommendations too that have helped me kind of calm down.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So those have helped.
Yeah, I actually have amino acids that I was taking last year, but I didn't realize it helps with that too.
I mean, obviously certain ones do certain things. So when I went to the ND, he gave me one to help with like brain fog, concentration, memory, and then one to help just kind of chill the body out a little bit.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely send me what you have, because I want to compare it to what I have and see if it's anything. Because I know the one I have is like muscle. I think it's for muscles. And it's a vegan amino acid. So like basically it's like keeping your muscle, I don't know, strengthening your muscles or something. I have to look at it again. But I was taking it when I did that cleanse. Remember that cleanse I did? I loved that. And I'm like, I want to do it again, but that was like really hard. And I don't know how I did that. And I feel like right now is actually probably a great time with this energy, but it's still like kind of overwhelming to be like, okay, you can only have fruits and vegetables and these things for 10 days. That's a really hard. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But I could totally use it. That's for sure. All right, guys. It's almost 12 o'clock. So any questions? You guys good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I feel like
What?
I've got some Google Docs made up. I feel like
Of what?
well, I told you. Did I tell you that I was concentrating on 3 different areas of my life, and I was working on game plans for them.
Yeah. Hmm.
I just finished making the Google Docs.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know why, but I feel like they're worth sharing with you. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you could totally share with me. That's fine. Totally. And if Jess, you want to get, you can. It's up to you if you want to listen or not, because I know it's late. Okay. Well, go ahead. So, what did you want? Are you gonna read like a whole thing? A
Well,
list?
no, I was gonna share them on here. I was going to.
Oh, send it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Send it to me, and I'll read them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, good. And I can definitely can't wait. Definitely send it to me. Awesome. All right, Kate. Good night, guys.
Good
I
night.
recorded this, so I'll send it to you too. Okay.
And your computer didn't update, thank God.
I know. I turned it on early to make sure that it wasn't going to do that, and I was like, if you need to update, do it now.
Yeah.
Thank God. That was so annoying the past few times. All right. Okay. Good night.